The NFL Game of the Week. The Washington Redskins against the Cleveland Browns. Leroy Kelly carries number 44 and a tradition of great running backs on his shoulders. Against the Washington Redskins, Kelly will amass 163 yards and be the first runner of the 67 season to top 1,000 yards. In the opening moments, the Cleveland strategy reveals its first phase of attack: establish a ground game. If the theory is basic, the execution is ruthlessly direct. Kelly behind blast blocking. Ryan shows his fullback, Ernie Green. Green stabs the right side for 6 yards. Gene Hickerson is number 66. His trap block ensures another 5 yards. The Browns come at the Redskins with excellent line play and determined running. Kelly spots the crease of daylight that will give him the outside. 42 yards and a touchdown. Cleveland 7, Washington nothing. The ancient Lou Groza kicks off. John Love is on the receiving end. Love starts upfield with a wary, picking stride. Just looking for an opening. Number 27, Carl Ward, abruptly puts a stop to the big return. Sonny Jurgensen will have a splendid afternoon. He'll pass 3 separate receivers over the 100-yard mark. The Redskin running game starts quickly, but as the case all year, there will be no parity with the passing attack. Jurgensen works the sideline to Taylor. The gain amounts to 7 yards, but the real significance lies in the Cleveland rush. Watch number 80, Bill Glass. It's a hands-up rush. Sideline passes are thrown with a flat trajectory. They can be blocked. A sideline pass to the right is blocked. Number 82, Jim Houston, gets up in the air, a hand on the ball, and disaster strikes for the Redskins. John Brewer pulls in the deflection and goes 70 unobstructed yards for the touchdown. The Browns lead 14-0. After a touchback, the Redskins begin again. The sporadic ground game hits, and Jerry Allen turns the corner. Some nifty running results in a 30-yard gain. The second quarter opens with the Redskins in possession on the Cleveland 23. Charlie Taylor has cleared his man on a flag pattern. It's Taylor's first of 2 touchdowns for the afternoon. A seesaw series of breaks will dominate the ensuing action. Jim Shorter deflects Ryan's pass directly to Paul Warfield. A seemingly sure interception turns into a 33-yard gain. The scale is balanced immediately. Bad timing on a handoff sends the football squirting into the arms of Ricky Harris. Number 74, Jim Snowden, and the Redskins suffer a very bad break. A.D. Whitfield opts for the outside. He finds the corner and begins the 46-yard sprint to the end zone. An illegal procedure penalty will nullify the play. Whitfield is hot. He circled over the middle and pulls in the pass for a 9-yard gain. Jurgensen comes back to Whitfield again, this time on a square out. Whitfield picks up 24 yards before Ernie Kellerman gets the angle. The Browns hold on the next 3 downs. Gene Mingo kicks a 20-yard field goal, and the score is Browns 14, Redskins 10. Mingo kicks off to Carl Ward, 4 yards deep in his own end zone. It was a mistake. "104 yards later, the score is 21-10. Late in the second quarter, the Browns are in possession. Ryan swings Ernie Green over the middle for an 18-yard gain. Not only did the Browns advance past midfield on Green's reception, but Paul Warfield tactically sets up Jim Shorter. Warfield runs a fly pattern, hiding his speed, letting Shorter stay close. On the next play, a confident Shorter is working single coverage on Warfield again. The difference is that this time it's for real. Shorter had inched up and given Warfield the step. From the top camera, it's evident that in a 50-yard foot race between two fine sprinters, a stride is an irrevocable disadvantage. The Redskins have possession on their 20 after a touchback. Jurgensen screens to Whitfield. Breaking back across the middle, he picks up 18 yards. After today's game, Charlie Taylor is leading the league's receivers. This pass-run combination is unusual, but nonetheless effective. Charlie Taylor breaks upfield, and Dale Lindsey, number 51, takes a shot at the ball. Taylor fumbles, but Jerry Smith is there to pick up the pieces, carrying to the Cleveland 37. Jurgensen picks up Taylor on a quick square out. A pair of splendid moves gives the Redskins another 6 points. And the halftime score Browns 28, Redskins 17. In the third quarter, Leroy Kelly continues his magnificent play. On a quick screen, he rambles 48 yards to the Redskin 20. Frank Ryan throws the home run ball to Catfish Smith. The pass falls harmlessly incomplete, but Ricky Harris is called for pass interference. And it's 1st and goal from the 1. On a power sweep, Ernie Green courses into the end zone as the Browns take a 35-17 lead. Behind by 18 points, the Redskins can ill afford to grind out yardage. Jurgensen shows the run, only to make Cleveland's secondary play tighter. Jurgensen's pass to Jerry Smith is nullified by a penalty, which brings up a crucial 3rd and 9 situation. With Brown defenders flooding back, an alley is created up the middle for Jurgensen, who takes advantage of it for 21 yards and a 1st down. With double coverage on Charlie Taylor, Jurgensen selects his backs on swing passes. A.D. Whitfield bulls past 2 defenders and surges to the Cleveland 31. This time, Whitfield swings to the right as Jurgensen picks apart the Cleveland defense. These short passes set up the longer throw. Caught out of position, Ben Davis's only recourse is to grab Mitchell. The penalty sets up Jerry Allen's 1-yard plunge as Washington claws back to 35-24. Leroy Kelly turns the corner, but Redskin pursuit allows him only 5 yards. On a quick post to Gary Collins, the Browns cross midfield. As we review that last play, we see that Collins has beaten his defender by a wide margin. Ryan's pass is perfect, but Collins stumbles and breaks stride, allowing Redskin defenders time to stop a possible touchdown. The drive stalls when Ryan's protection breaks down for that vital instant. And Collins is played tough by Ricky Harris and is unable to embrace the ball. Forced to kick, Collins' punt caroms off the pads of Ricky Harris. Bill Andrews catches it in full stride and goes in for his first NFL touchdown. But Andrews' joy is short-lived as the Browns are penalized for illegal procedure and are forced to punt again. Collins goes into his famous swan dive to draw a roughing the kicker penalty, but the officials have caught his act before, and the Redskins take over. Behind number 62, Vince Bermudo, Jerry Allen slashes for 7. Watch number 69, Jim Kinnicky, who fights off a block and collars A.D. Whitfield for a 4-yard loss. Forced to punt, the Redskins commit a killing penalty. Number 28, Ben Davis, is not given adequate room to field the punt, and the Redskins lose a touchdown. Leroy Kelly exhibits the power which has made him the #1 rusher in the NFL. Ernie Green is the other half of the devastating tandem and a tour de force by himself. The third quarter closes as the Browns reach the Redskin 23 on a Ryan to Collins connection. A 35-24 lead is tenuous at best, and the Browns must build on it. On the first play of the final period, Kelly shocks Washington with a blazing touchdown on the Browns' patented power sweep. The Cleveland sweep works for 2 reasons: picture blocking and fine individual running. Number 60, John Wooten, provides the blocking. And Kelly, on his way to 163 yards today, smites down Paul Krause with a crushing straight arm. From there, it's sheer power and a winner's desire to score as Cleveland's lead burgeons to 42-24. The Redskins retaliate in one swift maneuver. Jurgensen spears Mitchell at the sideline, and the flashy flanker walks in with a 48-yard touchdown. When Ben Davis underestimated Bobby Mitchell's speed on the last play, it proved to be the key to the touchdown. Number 28, Davis, a rookie, cut his tackling angle down to too fine a margin and allowed Mitchell to gain the sideline. His only hope then was a desperation tackle, which barely failed, but allowed Mitchell access to the end zone and a narrower Brown advantage, 42-31. Cleveland needs an insurance score, but the Redskins will prove to be zealous defenders. When Kelly tries the sweep again, the Redskins defense it perfectly. Jim Shorter, number 47, comes up fast to slow him down. And Carl Kammerer finalizes the tackle. On 2nd and 15, Shorter makes another big play. His fierce tackle stops Catfish Smith short of the first down. Number 72, Joe Redskins, cancels Ryan's third down plans as he inundates the Cleveland quarterback for an 8-yard loss. Trailing 42-31 with only 6.5 minutes left, every play Jurgensen calls must be the right one. Throwing short passes to set up the bomb, Jurgensen dismembers the Browns' zone defense. Though double covered, Jurgensen goes to Charlie Taylor. Jurgensen's pass is underthrown, and Taylor must come back for the ball. When he does, the Browns are caught for interference. Reviewing the play, we see the number 20, Ross Fietner, loses his balance. In his haste to recover, Fietner charges into Taylor, and Washington has a big first down at the Brown 13. Though almost decapitated by number 83, John Brewer, A.D. Whitfield recovers and almost goes in for a touchdown. Behind zone blocking, Jerry Allen dives over for a touchdown. The Cleveland lead has been reduced to 42-37. When the defense holds, the Redskins get their final opportunity with less than 2 minutes to play. Washington must drive 77 yards to victory, but Jurgensen and his band of merry men have proved equal to the task on other Sundays. Slipping on the wet ground, Jurgensen loses his balance and 9 precious yards. On 3rd and 15, Jurgensen displays his all-pro credentials by locating Jerry Smith, who evades Dale Lindsey and streaks 21 yards to a first down. Charlie Taylor catches his 11th pass and weaves through the shell-shocked Brown defense for 19 yards to set up the crucial play of the game. Going for broke, Jurgensen throws a bomb to speedy rookie John Love. But the Brown pass defense, dormant all afternoon, makes the big play when it really counts. Erich Barnes breaks up the pass, and the scoreboard is the beacon of the Redskins' destiny. Number 84, Paul Wiggin, assaults Jurgensen. Having run out of miracles and receivers, Jurgensen succumbs to a fierce blindside tackle by Bill Glass as the clock mercifully runs out. The 42-37 victory keeps Cleveland at the top of the Century Division. After a miserable start, the Browns seem to have found the ingredients of victory on both sides of the scrimmage line. For Washington, the defeat almost surely canceled all their hopes of catching the resurgent Dallas Cowboys in the Capital Division. For both Cleveland and Washington, it might have been the biggest game of the season.